Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. It really does mean a lot that you have. So this video is going to be, is it a dupe? I've been doing quite a few of these on the channel lately just because I have found like dupes for things, or I think I've found dupes for things, makeup products. And this one I was using yesterday is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Armed Gorgeous palette. It's real pretty. So it just looks like that. And while I was using it yesterday, it gave me Urban Decay Naked Honey vibes. So the Urban Decay Naked Honey, we all know what it looks like, but looks like this. In particular, the shade on the lid from the Jaclyn Hill palette looks very similar to this, so I thought, why not do a dupe video and why not see if it is an exact dupe for it, or if it looks similar on the eye at least. So this one, I think it was either £15 or £20. I think it might have been 15 and postage was £5 from Morphe's website direct. I don't think they do it on their website anymore, but I know for a fact TK Maxx have them, or TJ Maxx. I have seen them on their websites. I do want to get the, I think it's called Ring the Alarm, the more kind of like peachy toned one. But the other eyeshadow palettes from the vault, I didn't really like the look of, so I didn't get the vault. I just got this one. I really love the look of this one. And to be honest, I forgot it had all like these golden tones in. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have got the Urban Decay Naked Honey. I could have saved some money, but money. I could have saved some money, but I've got them both and now we can do a comparison. So it's not going to be a complete dupe, is it? Because in this one you get 14 eyeshadows, while in this one you only get 10. So anyway, let's put the hair back a little bit, and yeah, we'll see what we can do with the palette. So on the left eye we'll put Morphe and Jaclyn, and then on the right eye we'll put Urban Decay Naked Honey. Now I'm down to the last bar on the battery, so we're probably gonna have to change it at some point. Let me just put this Urban Decay one back there. So we're gonna start off with this one. Right, I need to look at both of them to see what shades I can use that are similar. Right, okay, I know what I'm doing now, I think. I'm mainly testing this shade here, if I'm being honest. Coin, yeah, it was that shade. I'm testing it against, is it called Honey? Yeah, it's called Honey in the Urban Decay Naked palette. That we'll test some of the other eyeshadows as well and see if we can get a similar look. They're really fun videos to do these, and it just puts something else on the channel. So what we're going to do, normally I would go in with a lighter shade, but there isn't a shade like that in the Urban Decay Naked Honey. So we're just going to jump straight into Secure, I think, or shall we do Agent? Yeah, we'll go into the Jaclyn Hill palette with Secure. So on the left eye, it's just going to be a simple look, guys, like they all are. So I've had a nightmare last day or so. I am going to talk about it more. I've spoke about it briefly in the other video that I did with the Get Ready With Me Shop My Stash, where I use this product, where I use this eyeshadow palette. But I want to do a story time on it because I think it deserves a story time. It's not going to be a long story time, but I do feel like I need to talk about it separately. Where's that Smashbox brush? I might just have two different eye looks here. Okay, now let's go in with the Urban Decay Naked Honey on obviously the right eye. Just need to put that as a way of a brush through the colour switch. I think it was Keeper. They're not really alike, to be honest. Right, so we might have two different eyeshadow creases. And I was going to do a video where I already had the eyeshadow on and I was going to let you guess at the start which one it was, and then obviously go into the actual look, but I just thought, no, I'll show you what it actually looks like. I mean, I'm not going to lie, this eyeshadow is a lot smoother and blends out easier than the Jaclyn Hill one does. But they are looking like similar shades. This one's a little bit darker, I would say. Let me see if I can build the colour up. So what did everyone think of these Jaclyn Hill palettes? Did you get the Vault collection or did you just get individual ones like I did? Well, I got one palette, and at the time I'm like thinking I should have actually got more. I should have definitely got that Ring the Alarm palette because I really like the look of that. They are looking quite similar. I'm just going to take that shade off and blend this one out a little bit more. I'm just wondering if I can use another shade, like for the outer corner, outer V. Could probably use a brown one. Smooth cream. I knew it would cut out on us, so I'm sorry about that. So I was just saying we could probably get away with, not get away, but we could use the Smooth Criminal shade here, and then in the Naked Honey we could use Sting. That's the only really dark brown there is, and I think they would look pretty similar. So again, I'm going to go in with the Morphe one first. I don't like too much brown on the eyes, so I'm going to, like, obviously put it in the outer corner, and I might put it on the lash line as well, and do the same with the Urban Decay Naked Honey on this side. But I'm not going to like go in heavy handed with it just because I don't like dark eyeshadows. I think we all know that by now. If you're a regular watcher to this channel, I just don't do very smoky dark eyeshadows. I think I need to get into doing it, but yeah, I don't really do it. So anyway, let's do that again. Okay, so again, it's called Prowl. I forgot to colour switch it. I'm going to have to take that colour off because there might be some on it from yesterday. Yeah, and we're just using these as a way of a pencil brush. I'm just putting it on the outer V at first, and then normally I blend it in with this Smashbox brush, which I've just cleaned, then kind of work it through the crease. So it's just really the tiniest amount that's gone on the outer V, and then we're just spreading it on the crease. I think we can put a little bit more on than that. Right, that'll do. Then I'll just wipe the brush off and go in with Sting. I think that Jaclyn Hill palette as well gives me serious Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. It gives me serious vibes for that, just because it's got that green in it. I don't have the Subculture, but what I could do is do a look with my Iconic Division by Revolution, because that is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I think if I ever see the Subculture one in TK Maxx, I'm always seeing it, but I always like kind of walk past it and I'm like, no, I don't really need it. People tell me that the powders of the eyeshadows are really not that good. The Subculture one got so much stick, didn't it, you know, so I just haven't bought it, but I might actually buy it, and then I can do a comparison video on it on the channel, a dupe video, so yeah, but for now I don't have it. Right, this eye is looking so much darker. The Urban Decay Naked in the shade Sting is a lot more pigmented, so we need to build the Jaclyn Hill one up now. Or maybe I just got more comfortable with using the brown, I don't know, but that is more pigmented than that. And the fact that I'm rubbish when it comes to making my left eye like my right eye. Yeah, it's building up a bit better. Let's just put a bit more on though. Again, that shade is called Prowl, guys. I keep forgetting the name of this one. Yeah, that looks nice. They're pretty much even now. Or is that one now darker? Yeah, it's a little bit darker. Let's go back into Sting and the Urban Decay. Let's take that shade off. Right, so that brown needs to be a little bit more focused in the crease, like the Jaclyn one is. Blend that in. This is quite difficult getting it to look the same, because obviously this one is just more pigmented. Like I said, it's mainly the two yellow golds I want to see if they're the same, and then I'm going to be doing swatches on the palettes on the shades that I think are the same, or practically the same shade. Right, so now we need to go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette. OMG, take that shade off. See, these two shades are really similar, but the pigmentation is better in the Urban Decay Naked Honey. The Naked palettes are really, really good though, aren't they? Not saying the Morphe ones aren't, but I do actually prefer, yeah, this side is definitely a lot darker. I can't really, I could go in a little bit more with the Morphe. I just don't think it's going to look the same, but I'm going to be using the yellow golds anyway for the most part of the eye. I mean, it's not to the point where people are going to say, oh, you've got completely different eyeshadows on. We need to blend them both in a little bit more than that. Right, okay, so we're going to go in with Coin, so that's that yellow gold one there, It's the one I used yesterday. It's just really pretty. I'm just going in with that on my finger. I'm not going over the brown. I'm going to leave some of the brown. This coin shade, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill have done such a good job with it. It's worth buying the palette for that alone. But I do like the mustard shades in it as well. I mean, just look at that. Could do with this brush, spreading it out a little bit. Oh yes. Right, so that's that. Right, this is where this palette is gorgeous, but the honey shade, when you go in with your finger, it really like, it kind of gets kind of like hard pan over the top. Can you see it here? So I'm going to try going in with that brush first. It's just going to take me a little bit longer. So again, it's just honey from the Urban Decay. Oh my gosh, they're starting to look so much alike, and it's going on really well with this brush. Better than fingers. Some eyeshadows are just not meant to be applied with fingers. They're going better with the brush. Right, so I don't know where that stopped recording. At the time I saw this palette, I loved it for this gold shade, and I didn't realise I had a dupe for it right in my palette drawer. I just didn't think of the Armed Gorgeous. I was using the Revolution Lemon Drizzle, and it had shades similar, but looking back at it now, it's not similar at all. Right, I'm just going to put a little bit more over the top of this. Look at that, guys. That is super similar. Like I said, the thing that I was testing it more for was the yellow gold shade, which is honey and coin. They are dupes for one another. The brown in the Urban Decay Naked Honey Sting is a little bit deeper than this, but we'll see in the swatches how similar they are. And then we've got Keeper and Secure. They are pretty similar as well once they're blended out on the eyes. I think I think it looks really similar, this look. On each eye. I don't think somebody would come over to me and say, well, you've used two different palettes. Leave me a comment down below if you feel like they would, and just let me know what you think of the eyes. Do they look similar? Do they look the same, or could you tell a difference? So again, this one looks like it needs to be blended out more. I've just gone in a bit heavy-handed with that brown eyeshadow, I think. Where's my... Yeah, I've just gone in too heavy-handed with it. Which is what I always do. I don't know when to stop. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to get this brush, I'm going to clean it all off because it's got the honey shade. And then we're going to put Sting on this side, the dark brown basically, and then on the left side we'll put Smooth Criminal. So I'll start off with Smooth Criminal now. Don't know what I'm going to use for in the corner though. Just building the shade up. Right, that's fine. Right, then we'll go in with Sting. I'm just going to wipe this brush off. Poke myself in the eye. Yeah, that's definitely a darker brown. Right, let's try and build the... Just trying to build the Jaclyn Hill side up. Yeah, this side is brown, virgin on the black side, and this side's just brown. But it'll do, it's fine. You can definitely tell the difference here. And when I do the swatches, the browns should not look the same. But yeah, it's fine. The main importance for me are those two yellow gold shades the same, and they're pretty much similar. You can definitely get a similar look, in my opinion, out of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Armed Gorgeous palette, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But let's just put some mascara on. I'm going to use the PS Beauty 3D Lash Effect, just because it's coming to the end now. I have got another one by Collection which is fairly new, but I want to use as much of this as possible. And then I want to get my MAC Craft Black eyeliner out. But before I put that on, because the eyelashes are still wet, I'm going to put a lipstick on, so let me just go and get that. Okay, I think we'll just use this. This is part of Project Pan. It's the Dior Lacquer Stick in 420 Underground. It really is a pretty shade, a pretty neutral, everyday pink shade. And my lips are feeling really, really chapped, so it does help. It's a lipstick, but it wears off like a lip balm and leaves a little bit of a tint. So yeah, it's really, really good. Not too sure if I would get it again, to be honest, because they are just so expensive, and I'm trying to buy more drugstore products. But yeah, it's real pretty. If I could find a dupe for this, I would be over the moon. So if anyone knows any dupes for the Dior lacquer sticks, just leave me a comment down below as well. Right, so then we're going to go in with the MAC Craft Black eyeliner, just a tight line with. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, I am obsessed with this look, guys. Really pretty. I absolutely love it. Just turn this headband out. Right, so again, that looks like it needs to be blended in more. Looks fine through the mirror. On camera it doesn't. Right, that'll do. Anyway, this is what the eye look looks like. Urban Decay, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. Like I said, it's more about Coin and Honey. I think they are definitely dupes for each other on the eyes. And obviously you don't buy eyeshadow palettes just for one eyeshadow, but I think the eye look looks pretty much the same. The brown is a little bit darker. You can see it more on the lash line. So you can see that brown is darker than that brown. So yeah, let's get into the swatches. I'm only going to swatch the ones that are similar from this palette, and obviously you don't get that green in the Urban Decay. So we're going to start off with, let's open them both up. Right, Okay, so we'll start off with the Urban Decay Naked Honey and we'll go in with Keeper. I'm going to swatch them a couple of times. That's Keeper. Right, so I definitely think Secure is the closest match. But we'll also swatch Agent because that could be a good match as well. Right, so that Secure is a little bit lighter, but on the eyes I think it looks the same, so we'll go in with Agent as well. What I'll do is I'll put Agent at the other side of the Urban Decay one. So let's go in again with that one. Yeah, when you look like that they're not similar. This one, it's like it's a shade between both of the Jaclyn Hill ones, but it isn't similar, but on the eye it does look quite similar. Just need to get some wipes. See what else we've got. Okay, so in the Urban Decay we've got a shade called Golden. In the Jaclyn Hill we've got Guilt Trip, which doesn't really look the same. I'll swatch Guilt Trip first out of the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. Real pretty shade. I've only done that once. And then we'll go in and swatch Golden. No, that's more yellow gold, and this is it's actually yellow gold as well. No, it's more bronzy compared to that. So those two aren't a dupe for one another. Then what? Honey. Right, so I'm going to do this, even though it's on my eyes, I'm going to do this on my hand so you can see. I might have to do this with this pencil though, because when I swatch it on my hand, it sorry, I'm losing train of thought. It kind of like gives me hard pan, so I'm just going in with this little brush that I used to put it on my eyes with. Right, so that's Honey. Right, so I'm gonna go in and swatch this with my hand. This one is Coin. Guys, look how similar it is. In fact, that looks like the same eyeshadow to me. The only thing is the Urban Decay Naked Honey one is smoother. But yeah, I thought it was a dupe. If you know, I didn't think the entire palette was a dupe. I definitely thought that eyeshadow was a dupe when I used it yesterday. The Coin shade was a dupe for Honey. I just couldn't remember the name of the shade in the Urban Decay Naked palette. So do we have any more shades we could potentially try? There is one called Queen. I don't think this is going to be a dupe for the one in the Jaclyn Hill palette, but we'll have a look. Oh, Classified. I don't think any of those are going to be dupes. We'll swatch them both. So we'll do Classified first from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I've not took all that glitter away. Right, Classified. No, but they are very similar. That's Queen. They're very similar and from the same kind of like family, and they've both got glitter specks in them, if you can see that in the swatches there. Then we've got another one in the Urban Decay palette called H-Bic. I don't think this is going to look alike at all. No, this is more bronzy. So that's H-Bic. So if anything, them two look similar. Right. And then I just think it's that brown shade. Yeah, it was Prowl. So we'll do Prowl first from the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. That's kind of not a great swatch. It's because my hand's still wet. Just going to dry it off a little bit. Right, so try again. And then Sting. that's what they look like. They are pretty similar. They're not, like this one is a lot more pigmented, I would say, but they are pretty similar browns. And you do have to build the Jaclyn Hill one up to get the kind of same eyeshadow look, but you could get a similar eyeshadow look out of this palette than you wanted to get out of the Urban Decay Naked Free, if you can even get it anymore. I'm sure you could get it on Depop, or if you live in the US, I think it's called Macari, and there's a few other selling sites like that. It's a real good palette. Like I said to you before, if I would have known this shade here, which is my favourite shade out of the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette, in the shade Honey, if I would have known that was so similar, in fact it feels like it's the actual shade from the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette, I probably wouldn't have bought Urban Decay Naked Honey. I could have saved myself, I didn't pay full price, I didn't pay £42, I paid £24, but if you've got an eyeshadow palette already in your collection, I'm trying not to buy any more that are just so similar. So again, how am I going to do this? So let's take the brush out of this one. I mean, the Urban Decay Naked palettes are great value for money, aren't they? But yeah, they are real similar. So this is what they both look like. Yeah, I was just saying, Urban Decay Naked palettes are very, you know, they're good value for the money. Absolutely love this palette, you know. I'm glad I've got it in the collection, but I'm also glad I've done this Is It a Dupe video, because now I know Coin and Honey are just, they're like the same eyeshadow. I just feel like if I only had Coin and Honey on, you certainly wouldn't be able to tell the difference between both of those eyeshadows. So again, this is what it looks like. Thank you so much for watching today. It really does mean a lot that you have. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please click that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell. It would mean so much to me. And if you like these kind of videos, please hit that like button as well, because it really helps out the channel, and it also helps me out as well, because I know what type of videos you like to see from me. So yeah, I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.